The Lord reminded me today that I glossed over something in yesterday's that needed more elaboration. And I think I made the statement that when you push yourself beyond what you have the grace to do, that's the place where addictions start. Well, that is very, very true. In most cases, I see people who have pushed themselves beyond whatever they have had the grace to do, whether it's in work or in relationships or whatever, you invariably have to make up for it at some level because you have bankrupted your emotional bank. And so you will either have a drink, you have to reward yourself in some way. You will have a drink, eat, do drugs or whatever, gamble, whatever it might be, when you push yourself beyond what you really have the grace to do. Now, does that mean that God does not ask you to do things, or that does, okay, that does not mean that God won't ask you to do things that you don't want to do. Um, However, when that happens, I have found that if I don't have the grace to do something He's asking me to do, I ask Him for the grace because He promises us that. It says that He works in us both to will and do of His good pleasure. So when He is challenging me, and that is growth, when He challenges us to do something that we really don't have the grace to do, He wants us to. He wants to challenge us to get to learn how to get more grace from Him to do it. And the real learning curve is in waiting for the grace to do it. So it comes out of your want to. It comes out of a place of love, because if you're just working or pushing yourself and it's not coming out of a place of love, it's not going to produce anything good anyway, not anything that's eternal. A wise man I once knew, he was a lot older than I was, he said, God really asked us to do very, very little. And I thought, how profound is that? He really does ask us to do very little. It's mainly about receiving His directions, receiving His grace to do it. And it's all about Him.